I love when the idea of a video becomes organic, right? List videos are something that everybody wants to see in FragCom. But in this one, I didn't have anything planned. I just started looking at the collection and I'm like, damn, I wore this one the other day and my dress shirt, which is literally right behind the camera, still smells like that joint. And I'm like, oh, it just captivates me in a particular way. And I'm like, damn, that fragrance also, I just want to continue wearing that. And I started putting it together and I'm like, addiction to perfume. No, addictive fragrances. Something that's been catching my attention lately that I want to continue wearing. Something about it, just that first sniff that calls my particular taste and maybe yours. So I compiled a list. 10 fragrances that I find addicting. I want to continue wearing them. I love how they smell them. Some of them are new and some of them have been in the collection for a while. But the type of person that I am, I can tell you if this is a fragrance I want to continuously wear or it's just gonna have a little bit more shelf life. So let's roll my music so I can put you onto 10 fragrances that got me addicted like a crackhead. Where's Pookie from the movie? New Jack City. We're all alone, 𝗙𝐿𝐶𝗿 out of all your friends, I wanna be Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝐷𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔𝗔 these are newer, but I knew once I smelled them, I'm like, I want to wear them. One of them I've been using as a car spray. Like I literally sprayed it on my carpet and love what it's doing in the vehicle in a way that I want to sit in the car and smell this shit. Cause I have an 𝗙𝐸𝗕𝗓 air freshener, which was like $200 and some odd, and each refill is about $65, and it works like ass. Complete waste. Don't ever get it.
And Marissa. Don't do it.
Now this joint, 𝗙𝙩𝗔𝗘 Gone Swimming in Bois Oud, which is a blend of Tom Ford's Oud Wood and LV's Afternoon Swim. Never did I think that this would have an addictive nature to it. Never did I think that both of those fragrances would even mesh. Now, I don't get the one-to-one to both of these fragrances. It's kind of like a fantasy blend. Like I don't get full Tom Ford Oud Wood, nor do I get pure LV Afternoon Swim. And LV Afternoon Swim just ain't that crazy, especially for the price point, but if it was $150, woof, should be fire. Yeah, I'm judging scent by price point. This shit is a perfect combination of sweet, tart, and creamy woods. This is what I have sprayed in my sports car. Like I spray it on the carpet because I want that shit to just come up, and there's something not only clean, fresh, and tart about this fragrance, but the woody masculinity in this fragrance and this creamy essence that comes off, like just balancing itself with the carpet and the leathers and shit like that, with the windows cracked a little bit. It just circulates in the air, and there's something so addicting about this scent. I loved it at first sniff. It caught me completely off guard because some of these hybrids are kind of just crazy, and the combination of those two scents doesn't logically work, but it's uncomplicatedly really good. And every time I'm in the whip, I'm like, this shit is fire. I've worn this fragrance 3 times already, not including the carpeting on the car. Shit's good and addicting. And cheap.
Yes!
Now this next fragrance is giving me a balance of fuckboy energy with a little bit of masculinity and grace. It's freaking handsome, and nobody who smelled this fragrance has ever been like, nah, it's alright. Roberto Cavalli La Notte. Beautiful tonka, a little bit of a saffron and violet leaf essence. Mild like Dior Sauvage's kind of DNA, but way more mature. Just picture you having that loud ass uncle or that Italian cousin that wears way too much fragrance, but somehow it works perfectly on them. You remember, if you were a child of the 80s and 90s, there was always that one family member, if it wasn't your parents or you, that oversprayed ridiculous amounts of fragrance, but it wasn't offensive. It was just them, it was their characteristic, and they smelled good. That's kind of the DNA and sensation that I get from this stupid shit. I spray this joint and suddenly I'm wearing silk pajamas. I'm feeling glorious and ultra handsome, and I want to continue spraying so this shit could stay all day long. Problem is, it was a little difficult to find. I haven't checked the interwebs lately, but it was hovering in that $70 space. Mass appealing, wear it daily, non-offensive, and clearly I keep smelling the fucking test strip because it's like crack. I just want to smell it more. This is looking like I have OCD. Next one. And speaking of new acquisitions, 𝗙𝐶𝗿 Guilty Elixir Pour Homme that you guys recommended, damn, it just gets better.
Sensational.
It's like walking into a dimly lit 4 or 5 star hotel's lobby. Ambient lighting, sexy vibes, woods, marble, very luxurious and elegant? Am I walking into the Waldorf with some vintage shit? Are we going to Miami and chilling at the 𝗙𝗍𝗍? This fragrance smells of pure masculinity and success. This is profitable money laundering. It's like dry, peppery musk, resinous, like vanillic tones, very handsome, ultra versatile, and has power. Like, it has maturity and this debonair energy about this shit that really removes it from like the Gucci label, like the Gucci designer basic-y label. It puts it in a niche style position that makes it addictive, like, yo, I want to smell like this. And I'll be Gucci saying that, yo, this is, well, Gucci. Okay. I think in the gray market price point of that $60 to $90-ish space, this is a fragrance that is really addictive. Kind of restores a little bit more faith in the designer space. A little bit. Now, continuing on the budget space, Rayhaan Crimson. The best Rayhaan in my opinion. It's essentially a clone of Centaurus, which for me has been one of the funner creeds that I've been wearing recently. A rosy pepper forward saffron scent profile that has real like richness in this shit. It's deep Middle Eastern elegance with a kiss of smoke and seduction. Think of Uncle Cuba like a shake, just, you know, extra sexy, you know what I'm saying? It has a little bit of a PDM Carlisle-ish energy with like this subtle kiss of like green apple, but that shisha smoke and that spicy red pepper element is beautiful in this shit. And for such a budget fragrance to have the solid amount of performance that this fragrance has, it can easily become addictive for those who like a nice spicy, punchy, saffronish, smoky shisha scent at a price point that's affordable. You got 50 bucks?
Yes! Definitely!
Let's go with the latest plum hype. Plum in Cognac Vintage 24. Plum, rum, cognac, cinnamon, spice, sweet, juicy, elegant, boozy. Bite the fucking bottle. Imagine you're in Cuba in the middle of La Habana drinking a little bit of an 𝗙𝗏𝗃 cognac after having mojitos all afternoon, throwing down a plate of arroz con frijoles negros. And then in the distance you hear a guajiro playing, you hear that music just with the sunset cascading over you, and you're just like, yeah, this is a whole vibe. This is juicy plum energy. This is cognac. This is a whole energetic feel that you feel the spirits through your toes all the way to the medulla. A sensuality experience with plum and cognac that will blow your nuts off. There's nothing vintage about this fragrance. The name is fugazi as shit. It's just plum and cognac. No vintage necessary, all black bottle. Deliciously addictive. Let's get dirty. Black lacquer Tom Ford, vinyl. Anybody who's ever touched a record in your life, you pulled it out of the sleeve and you just... Or if you write with a fountain pen because you're elegant and you just take that nib, start dipping that joint and you just go. This is for the weirdos. This is for the weirdos who blossomed into something handsome and sexy. This is for the weirdos that used to put Elmer's glue on their hands and then peel it off because of that sensation. Weirdos. This is a weirdo scent that's sexy as shit and it's mysterious. You like BDSM. You like kinky shit. You like to be bitten with whips. How many ball gag, rabbits, and taint ticklers you have in that private chest next to the C-cell batteries?
Wait, how you know that? What the f—
Think of Batman. If Batman wore a fragrance in that tight leathers, can you imagine how sweaty his nuts get?
Really seals in the flavor. Oh, dude, Jesus.
But if he wore leathers under that rubbery ass suit, this is what he would wear. Dark, sexy, dangerous, like your ex. Smell it. You'll get addicted. A crazy tobacco scent that is not for the weak of heart, but those who appreciate like the smell of tobacco leaf, fucking freshly picked, still moist, pre-rolled cigars. Algabra's Cuban Tobacco is incredible. Sticky, funky, tobacco, thick, dense, spoozy, fucking... Okay? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I could picture myself in the springtime walking into a cigar shop, seeing the rollers prepare my 5 pre-orders in a soft guayabera with the buttons all open and the chains just hanging out. And after recently manscaping my chesticles, I'm just like, yeah, I'm here. I just want to sit outside, drink some whiskey on the rocks, listen to somebody play a little guitar, put me in an emotional state while puffing on a stove. Live your best life. This is a teleportation device into one of the most incredible places in the world, surrounded by pure tobacco leaf. It has funk, it has depth, it's a little ballsy and risky, but I find this to be an ultra beautiful fragrance with addictive nature for those who like risky tobacco fragrances with some body and some molasses stickiness. This is unbelievable. This fragrance smells like a $20,000 handshake after a negotiation of a big deal. That's just your bonus. Jubilation 40 by Amouage. Jubilation 25 is picante, and I think it's even a little bit more wearable than this. But this right here is boss shit. Oud, honey, myrrh, mysterious, ultra rich, smoky woods. Like if a Middle Eastern king had a side hustle that involves seduction. And I'm not talking about flying out bottle girls and paying them $200K to shit on their chest. I'll do it for $150.
Shut up and take my money.
No, this smells like actual royalty. It ain't cheap, so get that out of your head. But also has like a little kiss of like a blackberry essence here, a little tart, sweet juiciness. This is an incredible release by Amouage, and I'm glad that they didn't do Disappointment to the original Jubilation, because that would have pissed me off. That one, again, more wearable. This one, a little bit more risky, but performance-wise, holy shit, you can't sandpaper this joint off of your skin, and I don't want to. I'm addicted like Tweet. Possibly one of my most addictive fragrances in the collection, or at least up there in top 10. Love at first sniff, worn it multiple times. A ton of people agree who have smelled this fragrance. And I wouldn't call it like ultra like unique if you smelled a ton of fragrances, but 𝗙𝗪 Victorious Neiman Marcus edition, AKA 1907. Bro, this is sweetness done to perfection. Candied rose, beautiful, airy, amber, spicy, oody, no funk. This is flex, the term flex in a bottle. This is not only expensive, but well worth it. And I rarely say that. I have to find a clone or a cheaper alternative to see if they can even play with this shit, which I find it very hard to believe that they'll be able to touch this. This has magical fucking powers when you wear this joint. This is adding an extra 2 inches, which gives me a total of 3. It's no longer I gotta pay the landlord. It's like, no, I own the block. True stories like kiss the rings, fam. Like, you don't know who you playing with kind of sex appeal that this shit has. I ball spray this shit, and I wish I could take out 4 ribs just to smell the sack. That's how good this fucking thing. It's addictive banger. And finally, this boozy blackcurrant grenade, Black Gemstone by SHL. Magical booze and inky. Elegant, refined, bold, boozy, mysterious, seductively captivating. It's like you overspray this fragrance and disappear into the shadows of the night, or the old school 80s movies whenever they shot New York City in Times Square and you saw the smoke come up from the sewers. Ninja Turtles can't fuck with this.
Let's go for it!
This fragrance, along with the others, have me hooked like bad decisions at 2 a.m. It's Gray's Papaya at 3:30 in the morning. It is a jumbo slice pizza with a dude who hasn't washed his hands in a 12-hour shift. It is going to a bodega in the Bronx, picking up a 4 Loko, not knowing that this is pre-reformulation of 4 Loko. It's cocaine in a bottle. All of these fragrances are wildly addictive, super unique, ultra handsome. Some are expensive, some are cheap. I try to incorporate a little bit of diversity here, because when I'm going to make a list and I'm truly picking fragrances organically, and I'm not trying to think about, oh, price point, I'm not trying to think about availability, I'm not thinking about any of that. I'm thinking about what I like and what addicts me.
What?
That sounded crazy. Addicts me? Insane. You get what I'm saying, right? I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Have you smelled or sampled any of these fragrances? If you haven't, do so. See what it does for you. I'm not saying go buy a bottle. Sample. If you can find a sample, spray it on, see if you find addictive nature out of it. If not, recommend me a fragrance that you find ultra addicting in the comments below, and maybe Uncle Cuba will pay that up. I'll see y'all snitches next time. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.